Hey beautiful people, so today I'm going to show you how I create my YouTube automation videos. I'm going to tell you how I create my channel, how I find topics or niches, and I'm also going to tell you how I create my voiceover and everything else I feel like you need to know to help you get started. The first thing you want to do is decide on a niche you want to go into. There's so many YouTube automation niches out there, like so many. Some of them are very difficult to start in my opinion. They're not niches that you can use AI for. They're niches that need a lot of editing, and you need to invest money in order to do videos like that, and you need to be really good at scripting. Because I'm not very good at scripting and I plan on using AI to do every single thing, I decided to choose a niche that was AI friendly and that would be ideally easy for me to create the script without being a professional at creating scripts. What I'll normally do is I'll set up a channel specifically for research. It's something that I recently incorporated into my research process, and I find that it works really well. Because if you pick a particular niche and you only search that niche on that channel, YouTube is going to suggest you more videos in that niche. So you see what I mean? That way you never run out of ideas. You have channels and channels to look into. So what I would do is I've already made a video of how to create a YouTube channel. Remember, this is not going to be the YouTube channel you're posting on. This is just going to be the channel you're researching. You don't even have to go to the extent of creating a channel. You can just have a browser. For example, I have multiple browsers on my computer. They're all different email address. So all you have to do is just enter that email address. Basically, it's like signing up for a YouTube channel, but you don't actually have a YouTube channel you're posting on. You only have a channel you're watching videos on. Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. And that channel is where you're going to just watch different videos from the niche you decide to pick. So let's say we're picking the health niche, for example. Should I do health? No, actually, let's say we're picking the Zen niches, for example. There are videos and channels that are doing very, very well in this niche. I also used to be in this niche, but I pivot into a different one. Basically, what I was doing now is it's still similar, but the topics are different, but the thumbnail and the story style is still the same. So what you want to do is when you search that particular style of video or topic, you're going to watch it. Just click on the videos and watch like a few minutes of all of them. And then when you refresh your page, YouTube is going to start suggesting you more of that niches, more channels that do topics like that because they think you like them. Now, this is exactly how I pick my niche. I know there are people out there who do it completely differently. They're probably going to advise you to do it a different way, but I'm only telling you what works for me and how I do it. And using this process, I've been able to make over, I think, $28,000 now with my YouTube channel. When you're researching, you want to look at to the channels and see if they're getting good view rate. If they're getting lots of views, their videos is doing well, that is a good sign that you want to jump into that niche, that it will be a good niche for you to get into. You also want to look around and see if you can find other small channels that are just growing up and jumping into the niche. For example, what I mean is the story niche that I decided to go into recently. I talked about it already on my channel. I looked at the story niche and I saw that there were lots of channels jumping into it, like small channels, some of them with 40 subscribers, some of them with 100, and some of their videos are doing very well. That's how I figured that, oh, this would be a good niche for me to jump into. So I decided to start prepping for that. Once you've picked the niche that you want to do and that you decide to stick with, now it's time to create a channel. Like I said, I already have a video detailing how step by step how to create a channel. So just go and watch that video. I'll link it in the description. You can check it out and then create your channel like that. Once the channel is ready, you've used Canva to design your banner, design your logo, and you've optimized your channel by adding your keywords that you plan on targeting in your settings. I show you that on that video. Once you've done that, then it's time for you to pick your first topic. There's two different ways of doing this. I'm going to show you the way I do it currently, and I'm probably going to tell you at the end, I'm probably going to tell you how I'm doing it right now. There's a new way that I'm learning to do it. I've not perfected it yet. That's why I'm like a bit hesitant to talk about it, because can't say for certain that it works. But the way I'm going to tell you now, I know for sure that it works. So what you want to do is go to your competitions channel. I'm saying you're gonna have lots of competition channels by now, doing it the way I say it, by just dedicating that particular channel that you open for the niche you're going into. So you're never gonna run out of video ideas. Go to any of the channel, filter by their most popular video. Ideally, you want it to be recent, at least a minimum of 6 months old, and get tons of views. and the views rate is higher than the subscriber count. So for example, the subscriber count is 30,000 subscribers, and then you have a video that has gotten like 100k, you will know that that is a good topic that people are searching about. So what you want to do is copy that video, take it to the website called youtubetranscript.com. When you go to this website, you're going to paste the link on there, and then you're going to click generate. This website is going to generate you the transcript of the entire video. You're going to take that transcript, you're going to save it in a Google Doc. It doesn't have to be a Google Doc, it can also be a Word document. It's up to you, whatever you have, but I find Google Doc is easier, and that's what I use. You're going to save it, and you're going to download that Google Doc. Then what happens is, when you generate it with this free website, it doesn't add punctuation to it, so you can't actually read the scripts and understand it. In order for you to read it, you need to be able to add punctuation to it. So you're going to take it to ChatGPT, you're going to upload it on there, and then tell ChatGPT to add punctuations to the script. ChatGPT is then going to go ahead and add punctuation to the script. When that is done, you're going to copy the script and you're going to paste it on a notepad, or you can even paste it on a Google Doc, but I like to paste it on websites like wordcounter.com. So it's a website that counts the words of the script, but I like to use that because it's on Google. It's just easier for me to do it like that. So you paste it on, let's just say Google Doc in this example. You're going to then copy it sections by sections. The reason why you're not just putting all of it into ChatGPT is that ChatGPT has a limit, especially if you're using the 3.5. I use the 4 because I have the Pro plan. Sometimes I use a 4.0, I think it's called, or 4.0 mini. Those ones I feel like gives me a better result, but you can use the free one if you want to. What you do is you paste it section by section, and then you're going to ask ChatGPT to rewrite the script and make it completely unique and plagiarism free. The reason why I say do it this way at the start is because, like I said, when I was starting out, I didn't know how to write script for that niche. Like, writing a script and making it engaging is a very difficult thing to do. You need to learn from your mistakes. Then you need to actually study how to write a YouTube script that is engaging, how to hook people. It can be difficult at the start. Even now, I'll still say I don't do it that well. Like, not all my videos go viral. Some of them do good, some of them don't do good. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, even I've been doing it for almost a year now, I still haven't perfected it. So when you're starting out, it's easy for you to model someone who's already done well, their videos already done well. That means the layout of the script is engaging and is good for YouTube. Once you've done all the script, that means your script is ready and for you to move on to the next step of creating the actual video and also creating the voiceover. For creating the video, I use Pictory. Some people would say on YouTube use InVideo. I have tried InVideo. I find that the videos you create for me are too short. I don't know if they've upgraded it and changed that, but I never used to be able to create a 10 minutes long video. It used to give me 3 minutes. So imagine trying to create 3 minutes videos. That's going to take you ages. I just don't like that much, wasting that much time. So I use Pictory to do this. What I'll do is paste my script sections by sections as well, because Pictory also have a 10 minutes limit. If it's more than 10 minutes, you will not be able to export it. So you need to copy it sections by section, maybe one page at a time. Ideally, I do one page at a time. So one Google Doc page at a time. And then I'll paste it onto Pictory and then click generate. That would then go and turn it into a video for you. It'll add subtitles and everything else you need. If you don't want to use Pictory subtitle, there's an option to actually turn it off. And also there's an option to remove the background music. I always remove the background music because Pictory automatically puts a background music on every video you create. Ideally, you want to remove it and then pick a suitable one later down the line. But for the subtitle, sometimes I'll leave the subtitle, sometimes I would remove the subtitle depending on what I want that video to look like. Pictory subtitle can be quite generic, so sometimes I don't really want that on that video at that time, but it's completely fine to leave it. If you're just starting out, it's still gonna do good. I have one of the video on my other channel that is solo health related, and that video I created on Pictory. Everything was in Pictory. I didn't even put much thought into it because I wasn't expecting the video to go viral. It was my first video, so I wasn't expecting that to go viral at all. And that video right now, I think it's on 17,000 views. So anything can happen if the topic is what people are interested in and the script is engaging enough. I use the same strategy that I'm telling you right now to create that video, and I didn't even do any more editing apart from Pictory. Now, if you want to add some AI images to it, because my other channel, sometimes I add AI images just to mix it up, like to swap things around. So it's not only picture, videos, sometimes an image will show. The platform that I use for that is ChatGPT. But with ChatGPT, you have to have the pro plan. So if you don't have the pro plan, Leonardo.ai is free. I think they give you 150 credits. I've seen it around on YouTube a lot. I used to use that in the past before I got ChatGPT. After that is done, it's time for you to generate your voiceover. The voiceover one can be done before or it can be done after. It doesn't really matter how you do it, but this is how I do it. When you want to generate your voiceover, I use play.hc, but I have found recently a software that is free to use, sounds just as good if not better. I think it flows better and it's completely free, and the website is called TTS OpenAI. I've seen a few people talk about it on YouTube. That's how I learned it, and then I went to check it out and I was blown away. Personally, it's so good at reading story scripts. For help script, it's so good as well because I've tried it as well. So what you want to then do is go to that website and then copy and paste your script on that. With the website, because you're using the free plan, it limits you to like 3,000 characters. I think it's characters or words. I'm not sure. I think it probably is 3,000 words at a time. But it doesn't really matter because that's still not bad. As long as you're using it for free and the voice sounds really good, you can't complain really. Keep doing that until you have a full script and a full voiceover. Now, it's time to add them together. I use CapCut for this. Feel free to use anything. You can use Filmora, you can use any other software that I can't think of right now. It's up to you, whatever you want to use to edit this. I see people using Canva. I've tried that. It's a bit slow, so I would not advise you to do that. But you want to add your images that you got from ChatGPT, if you use ChatGPT or Leonardo.ai, your images that you got there if you're using the images part. But if you're using Pictory videos, you want to just drag your scenes, your videos that you downloaded from Pictory into the timeline, and then you want to add the audio that you got from TTS OpenAI into the timeline as well. And then you want to align what's being said in the audio with the video. So for example, if your audio is saying let's just say, oh, there was a man standing next to a tree, you need to obviously make sure it's showing that part in the video of the man standing next to a tree in that part of the voiceover. I'm sure you understand what editing is. If you don't really understand what editing is, then yeah, I don't really know what to say. Go watch YouTube on how to edit videos or something like that. I don't know. But yes, you want to edit it so it aligns with what's being shown on the screen, basically. That's the simplest way I can explain it. Yes, this is the most time consuming part. Personally, I think the text to video part, which is Pictory, is a little bit time consuming. I make sure everything is perfect. I make sure I change if Pictory does not give me the right scene, so I actually have to physically go and change it manually. And also the editing part is time consuming. Like when you're trying to perfect your video, it takes a lot of time, especially when you're just starting out. It still takes me a lot of time. So for you, it is going to take you a lot. So just like dedicate a day for you to create your videos. Don't expect it to be really quick just because you're using AI for everything. On the plus side is you're not manually thinking of anything. You just click. The only thing is costing you is your time. You can also do this the other way, where you hire someone to create this video for you. But I always say to people, you need to learn how to create the video first before hiring someone. Because if you're hiring someone straight from the get-go, you don't really know what to teach them. Even if they're creating you a very, very bad video, you won't even know, because you yourself don't know how to create good videos. You don't know how to edit them. So how would you know to tell them, oh, this is a bad video? You wouldn't know. So ideally, you want to learn it yourself. Once you've edited your video on CapCut, it's not time for you to upload the video. I've had comments on my YouTube channel saying, how do you find the hashtags and all that for your video? It's pretty self-explanatory. How did you find your hashtag? How did you find your competition video in the first place? How did you find the video? If that's the video you're modeling after, then that's the hashtag you should be using. If they use hashtag in their video, because some people don't use hashtag in their video, but if they did, copy their hashtags and then put it on yours. The only thing you can't copy the descriptions, you can't copy their title. You have to change it around. You have to go to ChatGPT, give it your script, and ask it to create you a description. This part is so easy because the description really doesn't matter that much. For the title, use your brain to create a similar title, but it's not copying your competition. That part I can't teach. That part is just something I learned as I went on, and then I found the right one that works, and then that's it. That's all you need to do. When you first upload your video, make sure you unlist it, and then make sure all these things are put in place. Like I said, the description is on point, the title is, and you added the hashtag. But don't worry much about hashtag. It doesn't really matter. I remember my very first viral video did not have hashtag at all. I showed it somewhere on this YouTube channel. There was no hashtag in any way whatsoever. YouTube will still find the right audience because they would test it with this, test it with these people, test it with these people. And if these people gravitate towards it, these people watch it more, they will go and give it more to these people. So it doesn't really matter if you have hashtag or not. But if you find one, put it as well. Now, this is a part where I said I did not want to teach you, but I feel like I owe it to you to tell you because I'm still learning it myself. So once you've got a few viral videos on your channel, which you will do if you don't give up, because this does not happen overnight. I'm telling you now the way I did it, and it sounds quite straightforward, but it took me ages for me to actually get good at this. And though I got lucky with my first channel where it started gaining traction, I had my first viral video in 4 months, but it's not always going to be like that. Just be patient with it and keep posting every day. If you don't have time to post every day, post as much as you can. Don't worry yourself or stress yourself about it, thinking you're not going to grow because you're not posting every day. That's not how it works. Even if you're not posting every day, if you're trying your best to create good videos, at some point one of them is going to take off. Once you've once you've gotten good at recreating other people's video, and you know that you've had a few viral videos, now it's time to move on to the one I'm currently learning. So I'll talk you through it, how I'm doing it, or you can wait for me to actually get good at it, and then later I'll create a video about it and show you guys what I'm doing. But I am going to tell you anyway, just in case you want to practice as well, like I'm doing. You know the strategy where you go to the channel and then copy the link and then transcribe it. After transcribing it and saving in Google Docs, so when you give it to ChatGPT, that point, you're not asking it to recreate anything. You're just asking it to read the script, and they give you a detailed outline that you can use to create the same script. You want a detailed outline that you can use to create the same script. It will give you like outline that tells you, oh, the introduction, what is being said in the introduction, the body, what's being said in the body, and they tell you the outro, what's being said in the outro. But there's more details to it. Actually, it's not just 3 lines. It's going to give you more than 3 lines, and that is going to be the outline you can use to recreate that script. That way you're not actually changing the competition's words, you're using your own words, making it even more unique, which is what I'm trying to learn right now. I've not perfected it yet. Sometimes it gives me really good output, sometimes it just does some really strange things, so I still need to work on the prompt and work on training it. So that's all I'm going to say about that. For thumbnail creation, you want to use Canva. Everybody on the ground might use Canva, so I see no reason why you wouldn't want to use Canva. But when it comes to the image for the thumbnail, you can use Leonardo AI to generate your image. You can also use ChatGPT, DALL-E, it's on ChatGPT, or you can use Midjourney. I'm trying to think now, is there anything else that I need to tell you guys? If there's anything I forgot, just let me know in the comment section and I would reply to the comment. Thumbnail is same thing, just Canva. Watch YouTube videos on how to create thumbnails. Like, there's so many videos. I don't even need to go into that much because it's so easy. See what your competition thumbnail is like and just create something similar. That's it. That's really what I do.